Okay, I'm going to talk about something that's very important. I'm going to this is one of my first things on setting goals and achieving goals. I'm going to give you one important tool. Okay, this tool is called, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. It's called, now you see it, SMART. SMART. Now, the S stands for Pacific. Okay, so the more specific your goal is, the more better chance you have it. If you say you want to be rich, that's not a specific goal. If you say that you want to be worth $1 million in 1 year, fine. If you say I want to have a nonprofit business consultant called Human Resources and IT, which I'm going to do in the future, and say in 5 years' time or 6 years' time, you want to make your million in that. That's a very more specific goal. But let's begin with the beginning. If I want to have a company that's called Human Resources and IT, I have to be skilled in those things. And I don't know everything. So first of all, how do I get skilled? I go to school, which I'm going. I got all A's in Human Resources. I got my certifications from some time ago in IT. Windows networking, 2000. Okay, it's overdue. And I also got Novell when the Novell was around. Novell is hardly used anymore. I'm also familiar with other things. I got my A+, and I got my Microsoft Office. And I play with Microsoft Office a lot. And I also got training videos that I bought so I could go up to date. My main focus is on human resources. But the first thing is, after I get all the training, how do I get myself incorporated? You can have somebody do it for $650, but I recommend doing the research. I'm going to be doing the research now. I'm doing a nonprofit, and it took a lot of research. I just sent my papers in for my nonprofit business, which we'll discuss on another time. But basically, once you get that specific goal and get it down so specific, okay, let's give another example. If I'm doing weightlifting and I want to do 300 pounds in a year, and I could do, say right now, 215, 230 at my best, I divide, that's 70 pounds. I divide it into 12 months. That means I have to do about 6 pounds every month, okay? But, so that's a specific goal. We'll get into that, into nutrition and sleep and stress levels later on. But I'm just trying to show you it's got to be specific. Once you get it specific, then on the SMART thing you have the word M. You see it over here, M. The M. M is measurable. That's like I did. I had a specific goal. I want to bench press 300 pounds in 1 year, right? And I did the measurement, I quantitated it, the best way I quantitated it. This is dealing with numbers. And then I divided by 12, and I figured out 6 pounds every month. That's how much more I gotta lift, okay? And like I said, we could get into specifics later about that. Right now, I don't want to get on a tangent. It's talking about the goal setting tool called SMART, okay? Now we got the letter A. A is achievable. We got to be realistic, okay? If I say I want to do 500, 600 pounds in 1 year, it doesn't sound very realistic. It doesn't sound achievable. If I say I want to be rich and be getting donations of, say, $1 million a year in the first year of being a nonprofit, or make $1 million profit on my profit thing, it ain't achievable, okay? And that stands also for your career. You got to know where you stand, and you can't go on promises from somebody, okay? You got to, the best tool, these tools enable you to take control of yourself and know the difference, what you could achieve in life and what you can't achieve, okay? You got to know the difference, okay? And man, just like Clint Eastwood said, a man's got to know his limitations, okay? After that, we talk about the word R, result driven. So every month I want to test myself on that bench. Maybe I won't do it. Maybe I won't. If I don't do it, I gotta go back to the drawing board and see what other factors are there. Like I said, nutrition, sleep, stress management, herbs, bone cartilage might be gone. There's so many things that could be happening. Okay, so we got result driven. Now here comes one of the more things we were talking about when I was doing the quantitation. Time. If I say, yeah, I want to just do 300-pound bench press one day, that ain't going to motivate me. That ain't going to set no goals, mini goals. You're taking a big goal and you break into smaller goals. When I talk about project management on my channel, project management is breaking down things into little details. Okay? For example, you want to be a nonprofit, you got to go through about 10, 12 steps. And with each one of them, when you do your corporation, you gotta speak legalish. In other words, you gotta have certain things in there that sound legal. And legal language is different than regular English, okay? And I'm still learning a lot. I'm a student. I'm not coming on here as a top-notch professional, okay, and giving you advice about this and that and giving you absolutes. Anybody that gives absolutes to me is foolish, okay? They're acting foolish. I'm not saying they're fool, but they're acting foolish. When you have absolutes about different things, be it religion, race, color, age, man or woman's limitations, what they could do with the, if you say to somebody, well, that might not be very realistic, doesn't mean it can't be done. You might have to break it up into smaller and smaller details and smaller substeps, and you might have a critical path. You're gonna have what do you call it? You're gonna stall, but eventually, if you keep it up and you look at the picture why you're not making progress, whether it be exercising or studying or business, then you can figure out what it is exactly. Don't go running off and paying experts or listen to experts. Okay? One of the political pundits, I'm not going to mention names because I'm not really going to praise. I don't want to get into this thing where I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that, having political debates. If the facts are the facts and it works, do so. Try it. Okay? That's the best thing I can say. But some of the things I'm going to be teaching, like sharing, I don't want to say teaching, like the SMART tool, okay? That's a very well-known used tool by managers, by people who achieve things. And they do a day-by-day comparison. Am I moving towards it? Either you're moving towards or away from your goal. Is it a big priority in my life? Okay? I met one guy. He said he found $100. Now he's practically homeless. He goes bouncing around from apartment to apartment. And he said to me, I didn't have a shower for 4 days. I found $100 bill in Coney Island. And he ran the rides because there's always something to, instead of getting his ass in a hotel for a cheap night, getting a good sleep, and coming up with some kind of plan. And now he's saying he has irritation. Of course you do. Again, smart goals. Gotta be smart. We're gonna make mistakes. Everybody is. I did plenty of them. And I'm probably gonna do plenty more. But, anyway, I have much more to say, but that will be on another channel. But I will be continuing with the goal setting. And I did this today, especially for one of my friends to look at it. And I'm gonna try to post this in the next little while, next day. Thank you. Have a nice night.